Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Race Spec Season 8, Round 1 here at Brazil, Interlagos Raceway. Very much looking forward to this one tonight. We've got some fresh faces here as well. So we'll just run through the field. Latimer's back. I'm going to do this simply just in order of drivers, as I say, their names on the board here. So we've got Latimer's back, which is good to see. Deputy Dill Dog, your big legend, is back. We've got Snickers Bud, the King, is also back. He's in McLaren. We've got a new face here. I'm going to have to get a little bit closer to the screen here because my eyes are not as good as my commentary. So we've got Seth Tale, Benny Mack. I don't know if I've seen Benny around before, so he could be new as well. We've got Blancuno, who was a late comer, but he's here, which great to see Blancuno's back on stage. Mike Wazowski, he showed a lot last season in a lot of races and just couldn't quite put some of them together, so I really hope Mikey can have a good season this one. Kickbutt Kiwi, I've seen Kickbutt around before, I believe. Not too sure in Pacific Tier 3, but welcome. Artie Cheng's finished off really strong last season. He was electric. We'll see if he qualifies tonight. Not a big fan of qualifying sometimes, but can definitely make up through the rest of the field with his pace. So good to see Artie back. We've got Newell in here on his PC, so that's obviously new. Jojo Horse Lover, good to have you back, Jojo. Hopefully you can rip some big skids and get her parked on pole. That'll be the go. Down to El Tonki. I've never heard of that bloke. No, great to have the king of Tier 3 back in here, El Tonki. Good to see ya. Hegs is new, so welcome. As is Phoenix, I believe. Looking like Xbox, I believe. I'm not sure what the logos stand for as of yet. Power Sight, another good one to have back in here, along with Honest Crook. Those two could do great things tonight, that is for sure. Down to Big Match Johnny. New, I believe. Any minute now. Not bad at all. Not bad. I like some of these names. Alcatraz, he might be on the escape tonight. And Most down the bottom. That's a very interesting bland name. So welcome to all the new guys. We had a brilliant season here last season. We've got a couple of cars out on track, so we'll jump on board with them. We'll jump on board with someone and we'll see. We got Seth Tale. There we go. He's the first cab off the rank with a 108.836. Jojo's put in a 110.5. Not bad from her. Jojo's a fan of the quotes, so I'll give you a Borat one here, Jojo. Very nice. Bang, there we go. Hegs has done a 109 flat. And then we've got Blancuno's coming up with a 110.2. So that 108's looking pretty quick. I was punching in a few laps around this beautiful circuit there before, and best I could do was a 109 flat also. So you appreciate the ones that can get into the 108s, especially in Tier 3. So good to see a bit of pace about nice and early. We've got Newell is currently the main man at the top. Hegs, the newcomer, in third. Benny Max jumped to fourth with a 109.1. Any minute now is 109.2. Kickbutt Kiwi with a 109.2 also. Most Def. What a rapper he was. That was some good music if you haven't heard it. 109.569 for Most. Down to El Tonki. Getting a little bit of rust off with the 109. I reckon we'll see El Tonki go a little bit quicker than that. Alcatraz, the man who escaped. 109.848. Blancuno with a 110 still as he sits. We've gone through that. Phoenix is not breaking world records so far with a 134.3. And there, just lights them up and turns that beautiful looking Aston Martin around the wrong way. Still up and going though, which is good to see. No carnage there as of yet. Red and blue livery on the helmet, not too bad looking, I don't mind it. Someone parked on the side just letting cars through, which is good to see. You'd like to see a little bit of respect there shown. Now, who is on a lap? We'll get some telemetry up for you guys at home watching. Go down and flick a bit of this on. Full track map. Look at that. We'll get rid of that now so we can see what we're doing. Rightio, I'm on board with Snickers Butters on an out lap. Mike Wazowski in the Haas has invalidated, unfortunately, for Mike. So, new livery for Mikey this season. Was in the Red Bull last season. Made the big jump to, I don't know if it's backwards or forwards. I'll let you be the judge of that. But from all reports, I've heard the Haas car actually sounds quite good. So, hopefully Mikey can have a good season in that with his ridiculous-looking Finding Nemo helmet. Not a fan, mate. Not a fan at all. Down to power side. He's jumping forward power side. He is on a lap at the moment. It's just about to come into Sector 3. Let's have a look right on board. Do love this view. It's a great little camera angle, this one. Gets the entire view of what the driver sees. Looking quite good around. Oh no, he's just run a little bit wide there. I thought he was going a little bit hot there. Missed the apex and ran wide on exit, so it's going to be a relatively slower lap than he would like, I would have thought, but it's a banker anyway. We'll see how fast he was going before he went off track. Oh, I tell you what, he might have been on pace for a pole because he's easily lost probably close to a second from simply going wide on that last turn. So might be a good one to watch tonight, Power Sight. Showed a fair bit of pace last season, was a bit unlucky at times. Just jumped back down through the field. Latimer's on a lap, I believe. Right on board with Vlad. The lad who is a lad in the Alfa Romeo. It's one of the better looking cars on the grid in my books. Another good thing to watch out for soon, guys. There will be official F1 car liveries being released very soon, I believe. We'll be getting closer and closer to the F1 season, so teams will be really looking to show off their new colours, which I can't wait for. It's probably the most exciting part of the season for me, to be honest. Somewhat materialistic in that sense. What can Latimer do here? Oh, not bad with a 110. That's a banker. It's in. Still got 10 minutes to run in quali. Artie Cheng's, I doubt we're going to see Artie. I'll be very surprised if Artie comes out of these pits. It would be great to see, don't get me wrong. He's every chance of putting it on pole if he does. If not, well, look, it's unlucky. Honest Crook still in the pits. Not interested in bringing the car out on track just as of yet. Move around again, sorry. Let's go. Right. There's a lot of cars out on track still, but I believe not sure they're definitely on laps. I'll tell you what, Seth might be on a lap. Definitely looks like he could be on a lap. Gone off track, unfortunately, there, Seth. So we'll scroll on down through the field. We'll have a look around. Benny Mack could be coming across to finish a lap, and he is. Does he go quicker? I don't believe he has. If he has, it hasn't been by much, as he's still in 6th place there. Then we've got Power Sight below him. Just going down through. Really waiting for Honest Crook and Artie to make an appearance. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Artie Chengs, he has come out. He's alive. Great to see. Didn't see a lot of qualifying laps from Artie last season, but new season, new me. Let's see if we can put this on pole first up. It's a very, very good looking car still. The Ferraris, they've always had good looking cars, I believe. see what Artie can conjure up. Honest Crook will be our last one to come out, but there's a little bit going on there. Artie's just... There we go. Someone's gone off track, and we've got Aston Martin around off track completely too, so they've had a big spin there by the looks of it. Going to ride on board here with Artie for this lap though, because this will be quite quick if he can get all 4 wheels stuck to the tarmac the entire way around. Talk you through a little bit of a lap here. We'll see if he can sort of help me out a little bit. Nice wide entry. Missed the apex a little bit though. Not done too badly though. It's not a bad line through there. It was relatively clean. Probably lost a little bit of pace by missing that first apex though. Down this DRS straight. You can brake pretty late here. Swing it in late. Yeah, that's nice. Not too bad from Artie there. Just kiss the outside of that one. That's the way to be. A little bit of traffic. I tend to find myself coming unstuck on that sweeper there. It can be hard. I quite often miss the apex, but he's hit it beautifully. Hugged this one. You can definitely go a little bit wider there on entry on that one, but that wasn't too bad at all. He hasn't lost a lot of time. Yeah, this is one can make or break a lap, and he's done it well. Done that last turn perfectly as well, so that's just going to be a really good lap, I think, from Artie. He's looked really solid the whole way through it so far. I'm going to say a 108, I believe. Oh, not bad at all. He's only good enough for P2 though. So Newell is, new guy Newell is on top still with a 108.4. Artie Cheng's beautiful lap from Artie, which we did expect. He's got a 108.571. Deputy Deal Dog all the way up in third. Great to see him going well with a 108.7. Seth's in the pits also with a 108.8. We'll see all these guys come back out and try and go one better, I believe. Snickers Bud is on his lap at the moment. He just set a purple sector too, ladies and gentlemen. So that is good to see. Just going to quickly bring the stream up. Yeah, Snickers Bart, how did Snickers go? Across the line. Fourth, he's gone up to fourth with a 108.665. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alrighty, sorry ladies and gentlemen, I'm just quickly got the stream up, making sure my volume is right, correct. Can't do much about the voice unfortunately, I was born with that, I apologise. A few other things, but we'll get there. No. Scroll down through the field. Mikey Boy is on a lap, is he? Might have actually just finished one. He's up into 7th with a 108.825. He's got next to 0 ERS, sorry. Could be putting it in the pits. And we go back down to Big Max Johnny. Whoa, that was a close one from the big fella. Almost collected a bit of lap traffic there on the way through in the Alpine. He could be on a cool down as well. He's got no ERS left whatsoever. We're at that boring time of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, where everyone's just either in the pits or just coming out. So we won't see a great deal of action, I don't believe, just yet. Everyone's just loading up with a fresh set of tyres and they're going to head back out and hit the track. Alrighty, we're on board with Blancuno here. I reckon Blancuno can go much quicker than a 110. We might see a low 109 from Blancuno, or even potentially a 108. It looked really good in his first lap. Unfortunately, just sort of went a little bit wide out of the last corner, last left-hander before heading up the hill. So, see what he can conjure up. Now, Blancuno, where does Blancuno go here? Yeah, 109, not too bad. So, 13th spot currently. I don't think he's going to have enough time he'll have enough time for another one. He's just going to have to try and go slow this lap and build up ERS, or just keep sending it because he's got no time to get back into the pits for a new set of tyres, unfortunately. Righty, let's try and check out some other guys. Let's see who's on laps. Any minute now. We'll go on board with any minute now. Coming around to start a lap. Nice and wide on the entry here by the looks of it. Touches the apex beautifully. Oh, look at this. That is smooth through those first lot of S-bends there after the start finish. Here at Interlagos, nice and wide again, hits the apex almost, just missed it a little bit, didn't lose any time though. A little bit narrow on the exit of that one, you can take a lot more curb on the exit. Looking nice here though, nice and tight, nice tight lines, that's for sure. Oh, very close to invalidating there, almost had the four wheels off the track, but gets it through. Nice exit out of that corner, good entry, perfect, look at that. Oh, that's an absolute masterclass. Unsure about pace, but the lines are very nice. Look at this. Touches the curb beautifully there on the apex and on the exit also. This qualifying is now done, so look for some big moves here, ladies and gentlemen, to happen as of now. See, oh, boom, there we go. I was right. The lines were spot on. There was pace there. Any minute now. Up into 5th spot, so a really nice lap. Snickers Bud. Who else have we got coming across the line? There is Jojo Horselubber. No. Into the pits. El Tonki. Right. Where are we? Let's jump back up. I think it was Snickers Bud is the next one across. No, Snickers Bud's packed it up. Happy with 7th place so far. Seth Tail on the lap. Where can he go? Boom! On pole, ladies and gentlemen. That was a huge performance with a 107.9. That is quick time. Perfect lap from Seth by the looks of that. Any last minute movers and shakers? Geez, any minute now. No, you're done. Wow. That was an outstanding lap from new guy in Seth. Really nice to watch. Benny Mac is done. El Tonki will be the last one. But he is in the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. That is our qualifying all done and dusted here at Interlagos. Seth Tal with the pole. Mike Wazowski, I've missed it. How did I miss that? Mike Wazowski, front row of the grid. I love it, mate. Beautiful job. So, Newell, also a newbie there with Crossplay this season, which is great to see. Starts off the second row of the grid in 3rd. Honest Crook jumped up to 4th, which is good. Honest Crook's got a lot of pace. Artie Cheng's lots of pace there in 5th. We'll run through the field though on the warm-up lap here at Brazil. So not far off racing, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to calling this one. I can work out the stream. There we go. Got Artie Cheng's power sight. Any minute now. Snickers Bud, Deputy Dill Dog, Kick Butt Kiwi YT, Big Match Johnny, Heggs, Most, Benny Mac are our 14 there. Let's go down through. We've got Blancuno, then Jojo. We've got Phoenix, we've got El Tonki, Alcatraz, and Vladimir round out our field there. So, tell you what, Vladimir is one that could easily make up a lot of pace, I reckon, through the race. El Tonki's another one, usually good race pace compared to qualifying time. That is a big thing in this F1 racing world, the online racing world, I should say, that you will see is there certain tracks, certain drivers, certain tracks definitely race a lot faster and a lot better than what their pace represents in qualifying. So, good one to look out for, and obviously racecraft comes into it also. Now, just waiting on all the drivers to be in their cars and on the grid, ready to go. We'll go for a warm-up lap. Drivers can get the heat into the tyres and the brakes, go through up and down through the gears, and get those cars going beautifully. And then we will be away for, I'm going to say 30-odd laps here at Brazil, I believe. 36. I was nearly going to say 36. I should have took the punt, took the gamble. Rightio, we'll go through the field quickly. So as we said before, Seth on pole. Mikey, he runs out the front row of the grid down to Newell. Then we've got Honest Crook, will be our second row. Third row of the grid we find Artie Cheng's and Power Sight. Then we go down further. This will be any minute now. Sorry, I'm just reading a few comments. So fourth row of the grid, you got Snickers Bud, Deputy Dill Dog, and then fifth row will be Kick Butt Kiwi, Big Match Johnny, and down to Heggs and Most. Then we've got Benny Mac, Blancuno, Jojo Horse Lover, Phoenix YT, El Tonki, I believe will come through the field a fair bit. Watch him off the line, ladies and gentlemen. Alcatraz and Vladimir round out our field of 20 drivers here in the beautiful Brazil. Sunny out on track at the moment. Unsure whether we're going to see a drop of rain. It definitely not shy of a drop every now and again, Brazil. So it will be interesting. Hopefully we get through nice and clean with no rain. Makes for much more higher quality of a racing, that is for sure. But there we go. So we've got two stop strat and also one stop. I think you will find most will be stopping for one. We'll have a quick look at the tyres actually as we speak. We'll go down and get some. Just going to have a look at these. So we've got medium and hards. Most will be one stopping, if not all, unless we see some safety cars. So hopefully we don't. We've got a little bit of confusion going on at the back of the track with, I don't know whose car that is, but there is an Alpine that's really struggling. In fact, it's a Williams, sorry. There's a Williams at the back struggling to get back into the grid box. And we're live. We're about to go racing here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all the cars in now. We've got some lights up. And we are lights out of Brazil, off and racing. Who got the best pull away? There we go. We've got some moves there. Honest Crooks had a good start. He's moved up a spot. Tell you what, Mike almost had it there. He's taken the lead of the race. Mike off the line. Oh, contact. There's contact. That was, geez, who was that? I'm not sure. I think it was Seth out. Oh, no, it was the pole sitter. He's just a little bit of contact there. They were all bunched up. I believe he might have been the only one. We've got yellow flag in sector 1. And that is Blancuno around, unfortunately. I'm just going to stay up the front here, though. There's some really nice, tight little battles happening. And I'll tell you what, Mikey has pulled away from the peloton, as we would say. Oh, look at this for a move. Oh, just jump back down further. Power Sight's got huge pressure here from the big match boy, Johnny. Benny Mack also all over the back of him, and Heggs as well, really tight. Just jump back up the front. Artie Chengs is followed closely by Newell. We've got, there we go, there's a few... oh, look at this, there's carnage going to be here. Turn 1 at Brazil is very unforgiving, side by side. Oh, God. Yeah, there we go. So someone's had to run wide there. I think it was Benny Max had to run a bit wide, but that's okay. They all got through really good, so it's not too bad. It was pretty clean from how that could have ended. Snickers Bud in P6, Benny Mac and Big Match Johnny battling beautifully. I wonder if Benny can pull away, though, now. It seems like he did have a little bit of pace there. Big Match Johnny probably won't let him get away too far, though. We've got Power Sight might jump into this little party, as well as Heggs. Will be pulled through like a little train. Seth's starting to climb back up through the field, so he's obviously not gotten any damage from that little spin at the start, which is really good to see. Obviously got a fair bit of pace in this track, so watch for him. He's going to drag most through as well in that Williams. Okay, keep going down the field, though. Oh, we've got car around, I believe. Yes, Alcatraz trying to escape the track and the jail. Oh, my kids would have laughed at that. Mike Wazowski with the... Oh, Artie Cheng's Newell. Look at that. See, they're all coming in now, all these fastest laps. Mike's pulled away to a 1.57 second lead at the moment over Artie in P2. Then we've got Newell starting to spread out slowly here. All just trying to move out of DRS range on each other. Any minute now is all over the back of Honest Crook, though, still, which is good to see. You might see a little battle there. And you've got... Snickers Bard all by himself, really, at the moment. He's got almost 2 seconds on Benny Mack, who's got huge pressure still from Big Match behind him. Power Sight, there's a little bit of daylight there between them. Oh, no, someone's around. Oh, no, Newell is around in the Red Bull. Oh, that's unfortunate. Was driving beautifully. That is very unfortunate for Newell, so he's lost a heap of spots here. Hopefully has a safe re-entry, not quite. I'm not a fan of ghosting personally. It takes the realism out of it. But anyway, it's switched on here. Yeah, we just go back up. That means the top guys have all moved up a spot from, I believe, Snickers Bud down. So Snickers has moved up to 5th, and we've got Benny Mack up into 6th. Big Match Johnny's still all over the back of Benny. Followed closely by Power Sight. He's just keeping his eye on this little battle in case there is a mistake made, which is good. Phoenix all the way up into P9. He's up 8 spots, so that's a beautiful drive in the Aston Martin from him there so far. Then we go down to Heggs and Most. They've also had really good drives, up 2 spots each. Vladimir, I did pick that Vlad would come up through the field, and he's up to 12th. Good to see. Kickbutt Kiwi's lost a couple of positions. He's down 3. Deputy Dill Dogs had a bit of a rough start, down 5. El Tonki's also moved up, which I did also predict. As we see, I'll tell you what, I thought that was a move being pulled there. I was going to say I hope not, because it's not the corner for it. Jump back up here, though. I think all the action's about mid-pack at the moment. Benny and Johnny still going at it. Benny's still got the advantage there. There we go. So, oh, no, we've got a car around, I believe. Oh... Phoenix was having a beautiful race, just come unstuck a little bit there, I believe, so potentially got a little bit loose. Jump back up through the field. We've got, Big Match Johnny's got Benny there. I'm assuming he's burnt some of his ERS that he's had, and let's see if we can try and pull away a little bit. I think you'll find these two guys will be as close can be all race. They seem very similar paced. There's a few more moves going on down the bottom of the field as Benny's gone back past Big Match Johnny. Says, that is my 6th spot, mate. Give it back. So we've got a couple of more moves going down here. We go down further. We've got Newell is currently under massive pressure from El Tonki, and Alcatraz is all over the back of him as well. We go down further. There's a few little moves going. Phoenix has had to probably go into the pits, I'm assuming. As no, hasn't pitted. Sorry, he might have had another spin potentially. Seth's definitely been into the pits, I would assume. Oh, look out! We've got Carnage. Oh no! Carnage, the Deputy Dilldog is around. Got caught up with something there, unfortunately. Alcatraz has made the move on El Tonki. Oh, and around. That's unfortunate. So, just can't seem to keep that car straight at the moment, unfortunately, Alcatraz. I'm wondering whether that's a tyre pressure issue. That can easily happen these days with the tyre models at the moment if you do forget to decrease the pressure on them. We'll jump back up the top, though, because we've got a potential change of leaders here. Just a 3-second penalty just dished out to Deputy Dilldog. Mike Wazowski, huge pressure here from Artie Chengs. Oh, here we go. Artie all over the back of Mike in the Haas. Wow. Any minute now, still in third. 2 seconds off the leaders, though, is the only bad part about that for him. Jump on board with Artie. Look at this for a view. DRS, is he going to make the move here? I think he will. He's got the outside line, which is the ideal line around this corner. Oh, that's a beautiful camera angle, that one. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, as they are going wheel to wheel through turn 1, 2 and 3. Wow. Oh, wow. And Mikey has held on. Coming down the next DRS straight, so he's held the lead there beautifully. So that was some really nice, clean driving by both drivers there. As we go, just going to get rid of this position change board. I'll look at the stops. Who's stopped? There's only been one stop in Seth, but Seth is on the mediums, and Seth's probably going to have to stop again, unfortunately. So, yeah, not ideal strategy-wise there. Could have been one of the starters on the hard tyre, which is the only disadvantage of starting on the hard tyre in any race is if you do pick up a little bit of damage or something early and you need to pit, you are going to have to pit for mediums or softs or something like that, and you're going to have to pit again after that ultimately. So you've cost yourself a pit stop ultimately. I mean, if you start on the mediums and you know you can go into hards, you've potentially got the chance to get home. So I mean, and it's a very slight potential, but it's definitely there. So I've never been a fan of starting on hard tyres because I've never been confident enough in my own abilities to obviously not get caught up in any carnage at the start of a race. As we see Artie goes past Mike Wazowski for the lead of the race here at lap 8 in Brazil. Now they're still wheel to wheel. Oh, look at this. Hopefully this doesn't end up in the fence. Mike is fighting back beautifully, not giving him an inch at all. So just really what you want to see in any sort of racing. Really nice, close, wheel to wheel, nice tight lines. Looking really good, the boys here up front. Any minute now is absolutely loving this battle they're having also, as we've got a yellow in Sector 2, and that is a red car around. I believe it's Honest Crook. That's unfortunate for Honest Crook. Up and going though by the looks of it, so that's good to see. But I was just about to point out that any minute now, as we see, Mike has just taken the lead of the race back. These guys are going to do this all night long. And again, the point I'm trying to make is any minute now is going to be loving it because knocked off a second already off the lead of the race at the moment. So the more these two guys battle up front, the closer any minute now we'll get. Snickers Bud also is another big one. Snickers Bud's really turning on these afterburners. Under 3 seconds from the, or 4 seconds from the leaders now, which is really, really interesting because that was over 6 seconds there before. So definitely pulled the reins back in. Oh no, big match. Johnny's around. Those tyres might have been just getting a little bit. How you going? I suppose a little bit hot, a little bit warm. Lost a heap of positions there in the Alpine, unfortunately. Been passed by his teammate. Oh, he's around again. Now the tyres are overheated from spinning on the grass. That is very unfortunate. Definitely not a fun place to be when your tyres are heating up, that's for sure, in an F1 racetrack. Yeah, we've got a little bit of daylight happening here from Mikey. He's pulled out half a second on Artie. I wonder if Artie can reel him in down this back DRS straight. And any minute now, it's got DRS on Artie Cheng. So this is exactly what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen, where the more battling going on up the front, it's just all it's doing is slowing us down. Any minute now with DRS, so hopefully he can keep that. We've got another car around, I believe it's Heggs in the Alpha Tauri, so that's unfortunate for Heggs. That looks like turn 2 or 3 there. I think turn 3 I believe it would be, which is the end of the little S section there at the start, down the hill. Very easy corners to come unstuck on, that's for sure. As we see Seth with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, who was that? Oh, Heggs around again. It's really great to be able to spin your car around and get going in a straight line faster, but doesn't do your tyres any good cooking them when you spin the wheels, because all it does is cook them for the next corner and you will feel the back end of the car slide out and you've got no control whatsoever over it, as we see there. So, big match Johnny, he was another one that had a bit of a spin, so all over the back of Heggs now. Just going to jump back up the front though and have a quick check in. Artie's definitely still in striking distance on Mike. Benny Max just got a 5-second time penalty. 5. Oh, speeding in the pit lane. That's not one you want, because it can definitely hamper your race. I would much rather them than the 3-second ones that hang over your head towards the end of the race though, to be fair. So you do not get rid of them. A little bit of movement going on down the back. We see guys coming in and out of the pits now. Lap 11, we've got 36 in total to complete. So we're sort of almost probably getting towards the changeover points for the medium runners. 11 lap old mediums, you're probably wanting another 5 or 6 I would say out of them before you look at going onto your hard tyres. But might be a couple of early jumpers, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, we've got, who was that? There's a car around, I believe it was an Alfa Romeo, to be honest. Yeah, it might have been Powerside had a moment, I think. Yeah, definitely hot tyres, so that's no good from Powerside, because Powerside's going really, really well. Yeah, not what you want to see. Hard tyres, they could be new, they could be brand new and cold, I have a feeling. So we've got a little bit of a train happening here with the 2 Alphas and the 2 Williams. So team versus team, a bit of a brawl happening down the first DRS straight here with the 2 teams going toe to toe. We'll keep an eye on that one. Blancuno all over the back of Phoenix. Benny's into the pits. Jump back up on top here. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Any minute now, and could be leading the race, to be honest. Not far away from these leaders, I can tell you that right now. Now we've got no, what's going on here? Alpha Tauri, who's that? Unsure. Heggs is gone. Heggs is retired in pit lane, I believe. So that's unfortunate for Heggs. Alpha Tauri will take no further part in this race. Now we've got our first lap car coming up, I believe, which will be Benny Mac. So Benny and the Jets is potentially about to get lapped here, I think. Tell you what, this is really going to be heating up. This is going to be the good one to watch here will be who's going to jump first. All these 3 guys at the front are on the medium tyre. I'm going to quickly bring the tyre up for you guys, the viewers at home, to be able to have a quick look with. Here we go. So to put into perspective, the top 7 guys will all be looking at pitting at a very similar time, I would think. As we see Mike really battling to hold on to the lead of this race, but any minute now is closing in on the back of these two. Artie's just hanging about as well. Not one being able to pull away. It's the best bit about this racetrack there. It's so racy. The elevation changes for a start are amazing. You see a lot of overtaking opportunities as well. Because it's such a windy, somewhat technical circuit, you can see a lot of overtakes from missed apexes and all the rest of that around certain windy corners, which is awesome too. So one of my favourites personally, but it is a very, very good racetrack to watch racing at. I can promise you that. For this reason exactly, it's because it's a not a very long track. It's a short track. The cars tend to be bunched up a lot more, so it can be really tricky for drivers, but by God, it can be entertaining for us at home. So, just go. I'll tell you what, any minute now, could very well have a crack at Artie here very shortly, I believe. I reckon this next DRS straight, if he can get a really, really good run out of turn 3 here, or no, he's gone too straight. Lost a lot of time there, unfortunately. You've really got to... It's a really hard thing to do is follow somebody so closely without impeding your own racing line, if that makes any sense. So what I'm talking about is being able to chase, but still keep your same racing line, which is ultimately quicker than the man or the person in front. So can be really tricky, and it's so easy to get off your line because you're watching the car in front too much. So it's really, really tricky. Bit of an art to it, and that's it's where you see the really fast guys around the traps who are really quick. We've obviously got a lot here in Race Spec in the top divisions. You watch them guys, and they just do it like it's nothing. It's an art, work of art to watch, to be honest. We've got Mike still out in front. We've got Artie following him closely. Any minute now in third. We've got Snickers Bud up into fourth. Had a really good race. Just hanging about. Got plenty of fresh air, which is good. Oh, Snickers. Snickers is the first to jump out of this top pack. Can he get the undercut? I reckon this is a perfect time for an undercut, to be honest. These other guys up front are battling. So you're only gaining time. And you're going to come out with fresh tyres. I reckon this is a perfect little cameo from Snickers. Where does Snickers come out is the biggest question. I believe he was down by about 6 seconds from the leaders. So we'll see how much of that. I honestly think if they go another lap or even two or three laps, he could very well find himself on the back of this leading pack if he can get through this lap traffic himself quickly. So that's the other thing. As long as he doesn't get held up, as we see Phoenix with a 3-second time penalty. Not ideal. All right, we'll jump back up the front. So that puts Newell up into fourth, down to Vladimir, who has just absolutely blitzed the field so far. From the last row of the grid, I believe, and he's currently in 5th spot, so he's had a beautiful drive. If he can manage to finish somewhere up the top there, he will be driver of the day, hands down. Kick Butt Kiwi's had a pretty good race as well, down in 6th spot. Got Power Sight back up into 7th. On the hard tyre, started off on, so maybe not too bad from Power Sight. That's the only other thing you've got to take into consideration with these races, is you will see. Oh, here we go. Look at them stacking up. They're all gone into the pits. Artie Chengs has stayed out for another lap. So, where's Snickers Bud now? Snickers Bud definitely made up a little bit of time, I think. Lap traffic's not going to help Snickers, though, unfortunately. But we go back up through. So, Mike's still there at the top of that pack, though, which is good. And he's got some clean air. So, this is actually... Mike's going to be the big winner out of this. Any minute now. How did he lose so much time is the question. Possibly had a bit of a kerfuffle in the pits. So he's lost out big time there, has any minute now. Mike's just ran a beautiful race so far. Artie is the question. Still hasn't pitted yet. It's another good point. What's going on here? I don't know if he maybe thinks clean air is what he needs right now to really be able to put on the afterburners and just really fly away from that little battle he had with Mike. Just for, you know, that extra 2 laps, and then he'll go in for the hard tyre. I don't really believe... There's absolutely no chance he's going to go medium to soft. I don't believe. Although Artie... I know Artie, and I know Artie probably doesn't mind giving that a crack. So, we'll see what happens. You would think he would be pitting this lap for the hard tyre. Could be wrong. He's done well to get 17 laps out of him and still be cruising along at a decent pace. Don't believe he's going that slow. Still out. Alrighty, well, we're just going to leave Artie do what he's doing. He's actually he's losing time at the moment. Jojo's just got her first penalty, so that's unfortunate for Jojo. Shout out to Jojo though, she's had a beautiful race, up in the 13th. Not too bad at all. Benny McIntyre, oh no, we've got first car out, and we're going to have a full course caution, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the safety car coming out on track as we speak. You watch them all bail in now. Artie Chengs, this is your moment. Wow, free pit stop, if you don't mind. This is interesting. Kick butt Kiwi into the pits, capitalises on the safety car. Al Tonki, the other one that's capitalised. Perfect timing for the guys that hadn't yet pitted. So there's our tyre strategies, guys, for the run home. Honest Crook's going to struggle on those hards. They're going to be pretty well cooked by the time he gets home on them. Surely Artie came into the pits. No, sorry, I'm still waiting for him. He's just coming around now. There we go. Race leader into the pits at the moment. 24 seconds ahead. Very, very interesting. We've got Mikey. Where is Mike going to end up? It's going to be very close. We're right on board with Mike as he comes around to find the safety car. I'll tell you what, Artie's absolutely killed this. He will definitely come out in the lead, I believe. And certainly is. Oh, we've got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Seth. We don't want to see that under safety car especially. Could be a very big penalty coming there. There we go. So Artie's just done enough to keep the lead of the race. And that will be the run home. 16 laps to go here at Interlagos, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Wazowski, 3-lap old hard tyres, as well as any minute now. Then we go down to Powersight, who's on the faster tyre. Now, this will be interesting to see off the line if Powersight can really, really make those things turn on quickly. Snickers Bud will be another good one to watch in the same strategy. Vladimir, heaps of pace from Vladimir as well. On the hard tyre, though, really am interested to see how these medium runners go, to see how much quicker they can be at the restart under safety car conditions here. So, very interesting. We'll just go through our leaderboard quickly because we're pretty much on the run home now, strategy-wise. We've got penalties. We've got Phoenix has got 3 seconds. Jojo's got 3 seconds. Seth with 3. Deputy Dill Dog with 3 also. Go have a look at our position changes. Vladimir, 15 positions up. We've got Artie Chengs 4. Mike is exactly where he started. Any minute now is 4 up. Powersight up 2. We saw Vladimir a minute ago. Down to Snickers Butt up 2. Blank Kuno's had a beautiful race also, up 8 spots. Phoenix up 8. Newell has dropped 5. Jojo up 6. Seth has dropped 10, unfortunately. Not a really good starter for him, unfortunately, but plenty of time to make it up with the pace he showed there through qualifying throughout the season for Seth. So stick with it, mate. Go down to Deputy Dill Dog. We've got Big Match Johnny, Kick Butt Kiwi, Honest Crook, Alcatraz, El Tonki, Most. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very interesting start of the season here, I suppose, at Race Spec. Season 8, Crossplay enabled this season, which is great to see. Good to see everyone joining in, being able to race from absolutely anywhere in the world and on any platform in this day and age. Wow, how far we have come as the human race, I can tell you that right now. You just see El Tonki is a mile back off this pack still, so it's going to be interesting to see if the safety car will go in this lap. I think we'll still see one more lap under safety car condition. Yeah, so we're probably going to go around again. So we just wait for El Tonki to catch up to the pack. I wonder whether there is a bit of a glitch, because El Tonki doesn't seem like he's catching up to this pack the slightest. We've got Most at the moment is not far off the back of the pack. I'm wondering whether it's the Delta glitch that we've seen before, where certain cars towards the back of the field, for some reason, who haven't caught up yet, still have the Delta showing, so they're not allowed to actually exceed that. Otherwise they do get a penalty, which is an absolute nightmare, because what it does is it leaves the safety car out on track for longer than it needs to be, simply due to the back of the pack not catching the main pack, which, yeah, is just frustrating to see. So, no, it's all good. Race controls confirmed through the FIA that we are going racing this lap. Great to see. So, buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. We've got, what have we got? 14 laps to run. And then we will see our first race of the season being done. We're going to jump on board with our leaders. And I believe Artie's gone, so they are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to have the best restart here is the question. Artie and Mike are way up the front, pulled away from any minute now. Who's late under brakes? We'll just keep scrolling down through the field. There could be a few moves being made here. There is towards the back of the pack. Hopefully we don't see any carnage. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on with the Mercedes cars there. Jump back up the top. We've got Artie Chengs, Mike Wazowski, any minute now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just had something pop up then. Artie's out in front. We go down to Mike Wazowski. Then we go down to any minute now. Power Sight, Vladimir. Oh, look at this. Snickers butt up to 5th spot. Vladimir running wide. Snickers on the medium tyre. And we've got another move there too. Look at this. Blancuno and Phoenix going at it. Phoenix wide. Oh, still wide. No contact made, which is really good to see. Oh, contact there though. Wow. Oh, this is wild. Please. We do not want to see another safety car. Oh, no. Oh, absolute carnage. Oh, no. Kick Butt Kiwi is out. I could just see all that unfolding before it happened, unfortunately. It was just one of those scenarios where there's absolutely zero winners. Oh, we've got someone else going wide. There's a Red Bull lost out big time. Very, very unfortunate there. No safety car though, which is good to see. Very unfortunate for Kick Butt Kiwi. Honest Crooks had a really poor restart, unfortunately, as well. So DRS is enabled. We've been informed, which is good to see. Artie's out of DRS range on Mike though, so pulling away with the lead at the moment. And any minute now has dropped off the back of Mike also. So they've all spread out and they're over a second out now. Power Sight's still got DRSs. We've got a car around. I believe it's a Ferrari. So that's obviously Honest Crook having trouble there, unfortunately. Not far off being lapped by the looks of this, unfortunately. So just go back down. Snickers in P5. Vladimir. Then we've got Phoenix. We've got Big Match Johnny all over the back of Phoenix. So Big Match had a bit of a spin there before, but he's definitely benefited out of that safety car all the way back into 8, so that's good to see. Deputy Dill Dog back up as well, another spinner. El Tonki's had a beautiful restart. He's definitely made the charge here on those medium tyres. Up into P10 now, so good to see from El Tonki. Followed close by Seth, who was our pole sitter. Seth will be looking to make a move here, surely. Newell, then Most, and we've got Jojo. Down to Blancuno, Alcatraz, Honest Crook. Round out our 17 cars remaining in the field. We've got 10 laps to run here at Interlagos with Artie still out on top. Not really much else going out on track. El Tonki's all over the back of Seth. Now look at this. We've got another big battle here going on. Seth just slips one up the inside there. Oh, he's left El Tonki very vulnerable there, as we've seen Newell go past in the Red Bull. El Tonki's battled back beautifully though, has said no you don't. No, not today mate, not that corner. Oh, big wiggle there from El Tonki, and he's just missed out on the apex under braking unfortunately, and Newell capitalises on it in the Red Bull. So that was a beautiful little race move there. Most all over the back of El Tonki now. Very, very interesting. Alrighty, just go back up. The boys are just starting to spread out a little bit again. We go back up there here. We've got a bit of a battle. Vladimir is leading this little train at the moment. We've got Phoenix closing in. We've got Big Match Johnny all over the back of him, followed by Deputy Dill Dog. This is going to be a good little one towards the later stages of this race. Very, very interesting to see how they go about passing. You've got to be very particular around this track. Pick your spots. Really try and pressure somebody into making a mistake like we saw there. Oh, wow. Luckily enough, didn't lose too much time there, Seth. You definitely can just let the car run wide. A lot of people will really try hard to miss the track limits and cause themselves to have drama rather than just simply run off track. I mean, you might lose 3/10, but it's better than spinning, that is for sure, or getting a 3-second time penalty. So not bad from there. Little choo-choo train up the front here though, up for the battle for P6. There we go. We've got a move being sent down the inside by Phoenix. Can they get it done? Phoenix, oh look at that, darts back across, takes the ideal line. We've got another one. Oh no! And Phoenix has just got all crossed up and spun out. Unfortunate for Phoenix. Just tried to be a little bit too aggressive on the throttle, I believe, on the exit. We jump back on the battle. So we must... the one we missed was Big Match Johnny made the big move up the inside of Deputy Dill Dog and got it stuck. Deputy Dill Dog fighting around the outside, though. Look at this. Has got the move done back on him. and has made that stick as well. So that's really good to see. Oh, we've got Most. Seth all lost out there a little bit. Altonki's capitalised there. Look at this. This is a ripping little battle. Got Vladimir's still in the lead of this battle. That is the big thing. Hasn't given up anything. Oh, we've got a car around. I think we do. It's Phoenix again. Those tyres are absolutely smoking right now, I would assume. Very warm from the spins. Unfortunate. There we go. Deputy Dill Dog had a massive lunge. Look at that. Jumped 2 spots. So he's left Big Match Johnny to fight with Vlad, and he said, oh, I'm out of here. I've got somewhere to be later. Sorry, guys, but I've just got to go. As we see pressure now from Big Match Johnny on Vladimir. And that has let Newell back into the party again in this Red Bull. So, very, very interesting race so far. Phoenix, first time penalty there. In fact, it could have been the second time penalty for Phoenix, you know. You just jump back up. Snickers Buzz running his own race at the moment. He's trying hard to catch the back of Power Sight. 1.8 seconds behind still. Power Sight's actually within DRS on P3, so this could be a nice little one to watch very shortly. Look at this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So this is for a podium. Battle for the podium. Power Sight has just decided to switch the afterburners on, and he said, I'm coming after you any minute now. Boom, boom. That was a good one. I'm going to struggle with that all season long. I can tell straight away. Right now, I can tell I'm going to make stupid dad jokes with that name all season long. So I apologise in advance, but I'm not going to stop doing it. So, oh no. We have a yellow, and that, who's that around? That is Seth again, I believe. It is, unfortunately. So, Seth just had a bit of a funny old race. Maybe a couple of little niggling issues with his setup, I would believe. Put it on pole, but then just couldn't seem to quite put it together. It is hard when you get banged up at the start line, though. I can promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. Vladimir is still in front of... Oh, there we go. Right on cue. Look at that. Oh, Big Match Johnny just sends it. Glitching a little bit here, sorry, but it'll get fixed in a second. Newell all over the back. Oh no, Vladimir has left the session. That's unfortunate. That's not what we want to see when you're battling hard for a P6 sort of spot on the grid. Jump back up here though. Power Sight still all over the back of any minute now. Too far to run in this one. We've got 5 laps to go. Seth has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's not what you want to do. Artie Cheng's out by 2 seconds over Mike Wazowski, down to any minute now. Power Sight all over the back of him. Jump back on board with Power Sight. Love this TV pod camera. It's excellent. You really get to see everything, which is good. Let's see if there's a big lunge made up here on the main straight. Can he get a good exit here? Sort of feels like he's losing a bit of time out of that last turn. Doesn't seem like he was overly aggressive. Could take the entry a lot wider and really cut that apex without getting on the gas too early, and taking a lot of exit curve as well definitely helps. Look at that though, DRS is very powerful down that main straight. Only problem is that it really doesn't kick in properly until it's a bit late, and you end up not being able to actually make the move. But if you can get close enough to make the move down this straight, this is definitely the better passing corner. It's a lot wider, you've got a lot more runoff. A little bit of a mistake there, I think, from any minute now. Just a little bit of a sideways slapper, or a tank slapper, as they say. Tiny little bit of a wiggle under braking, I think. So Could be a little bit of a sign that those tyres are slowly starting to degrade a little bit. Here we go. I think you'll see a move being made next lap from Power Sight. He's going to get right up the back of any minute now here, and potentially if he gets a good exit out of this one here, puts the pressure on him. Yeah, he's going to be all over the back of him under this DRS straight. I'll tell you what, Mike Wazowski's not that much further ahead of any minute now either, so I mean, look at this. Definitely called it. Power Sight having a little look there. Miles away, but closing in very, very quickly. I'm just going to keep riding on board with this one because this is excellent to watch, this nice and tight sort of racing for potential podium here at Brazil, round 1. So just have a look there. There we go. Seth's just set the fastest lap of the race. Alrighty, we're going down the main straight here. We're on board with Power Sight. Oh, here we go. There we go. There's a better camera angle. Look at this. Too wide. Just pulls out of it though. Smart driving. Knew he couldn't quite get the move done. Just let any minute now know that he was right there by his side. Potentially put a bit of pressure on. See if he can force him into making a mistake. I'll tell you what, that is one of the best looking helmets I've seen on the grid though so far. I'm so particular with helmet designs and whether they match the livery of the car, and that blends in amazingly with that Alfa, with the, sorry, not the Alfa, the Alfa Romeo livery, I should say, sorry. Beautiful. We've got another yellow in Sector 2. That is, someone's had a bit of a moment, I believe. Quickly we've got 2 laps to go, guys. I really don't want to take my eyes off this battle, but we better, so we'll go through the field. We've got Snickers Bud down in 5th. Deputy Dill Dogs all the way back up to 6th spot, so he's had a really good recovery drive. Newell in 7th. Big Match Johnny back down in 8th. El Tonki, beautiful drive from the King here. Latimer has completely lost out, unfortunately, because I think he's disconnected. So Most has just made the most of that. Boom, boom. Blancuno in 12th, who will probably go past Vladimir as well before the end of the race. Jojo Horselubber, really good drive from her in the first drive of the season. Phoenix, I've missed, in P14. Seth down in 15. Honest Crook and Alcatraz in 17th. Now, let's go back down here because Power Sight is still in striking distance for a 3rd spot. That big place on the podium for Power Sight. Not far away. It's definitely within reach. 1 lap to run after this one is complete. Not really too many other battles going on. Blancuno's not far off Vladimir, but we know Vladimir's in AI, so Blancuno could potentially go around and make up an extra spot there while Vladimir lagged out, unfortunately. There we go. Oh, bit of a... Jeez, I tell you what. And there's a bit of contact there, and any minute now, still in the front of Power Sight, but Power Sight's going to have DRS, and he does. Power Sight up the inside. This is for a podium, ladies and gentlemen. Gets the move stuck. Can he stick it on the outside, though? We've got a little bit of switchback on here, I believe. Oh, geez, that's some good driving from both those guys to not come together, I can tell you that. Beautiful respect shown from any minute now as well. Good move by Power Sight. Waited and waited just to the right time. Now all of a sudden we've got lap traffic deciding to try and cause problems. That's a worry. Power Sight has pulled out 2nd already. So, very, very interesting. Beautiful little manoeuvre though. And I'll tell you what, look at this. Snickers Bud, he's moved all the way up and he's having a look for 4th. Last lap of this race. I don't know if he's going to have enough to get there. We've got Artie Chengs takes out the win, though. Down to Mike Wazowski. Power side in P3. Any minute now. Snickers Bud. Down to Deputy Dill Dog. Big Match Johnny. And I'll tell you what. Oh, God, look at this. Look at this. Oh, geez, that was close. Big Match Johnny. He definitely had the big advantage there because he just kept on to the P7, down to Newell. Then we've got El Tonki down to Most. Blancuno home in 11th. Latimer in 12th. Lagged out, unfortunately, was having a really good race. Was going to be driver of the day easily. Jojo Horse Lover. Phoenix down to Seth. And we've got Escape from the Alcatraz and Honest Crook round out our finishing field. Massive congratulations to Artie Chengs, the race winner. Big props as well to Mike Wazowski. Deputy Dill Dog is the driver of the day as per F1 2022. And also big props to Powerside, who made that beautiful move on the second last lap of this race. In fact, it was the very last lap of this race to pinch the podium from the newcomer in any minute now. So, yeah, really good starting race, guys. It was relatively clean throughout. It wasn't too bad, especially for that track. It can be really, really hairy, that one. So, good driving all the way down the board. I've literally only just realised I don't even have a commentary box party up. I'm actually in the game chat right now. So if any of the guys would like to just randomly join the game chat and have an interview, by all means do so. But thank you all for watching. Brazil, round 1. Artie Chengs takes the big win. Mike Wazowski, P2, and Powerside in P3. They are your podium getters here at Brazil Interlagos Raceway. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. It was a very good race. No rain all the way through. Tremendous start to the season here at Race Spec. So get on board, guys. Yeah, really good league to be around. Heaps of racing to be involved with. Obviously the Tuesday night league series. They've got the elite series. Yeah, so keep on board, guys. Anyway, we will we'll see if we can do a few interviews quickly in a second. Tell you what, we might leave the interviews until next week, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and for the guys that are going to watch this back at some stage, yeah, well done. So I do apologise about the commentary tonight. It was a few teething issues. I've got the new microphone and a few other little things. I'm not actually home, which doesn't help. So we'll definitely get better next week, but thanks very much, everyone, for tuning in. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.